next on All Access.
I'm Dan Roche. The Patriots brought the energy into their Monday night matchup with the Giants. We'll hear what the players had to say after their 10th straight win.
A Monday night football game in Gillette Stadium was awesome. You know, that's kind of something you dream about as a kid.
I'm Scott Zolak, and Mike Vrabel takes us inside one of the biggest plays of the game.
That's the next guy he sees. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have a guy. He's going to the next level.
I'm Mike Reese. The Patriots are 11-2 at the bye. After 13 games, what have we learned about this team?
All Access begins right now. Ten in a row, look at them go as New England adds to the league best record. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Patriots All Access. I'm Steve Burton. It was an impressive primetime performance for the Patriots in knocking off the Giants. Next up, take a breath. The Patriots have earned a well-deserved bye. With the calendar now reading December, the bye gives the Patriots an opportunity to both rest up and gear up for the most important games of the season. Let's get ourselves psyched up as we look back at the sights and sounds from the win over the Giants.
Left foot's the punt, left to right toward Marcus Jones. He's under between the hash marks at the 6. He runs it left to the 15, to the 20, accelerates 30, 35, 40, beating Gilly off the hip along the near side 40. Touchdown, Patriots! Look at his points!
Y'all good?
I am doing great.
Y'all staying warm over here?
How about you, Drake? How are you?
Ready to go, man.
The ground you're standing on is sacred ground. It's the crown of champions. Right now, I'm waiting all day for right now. I'm waiting all day for right now. Let's play fast. Let's be physical. And everybody do this. No, man. We're going to come out here with a dog today. We're going to grind this bitch out today. Gang go 3, 1, 2, 3.
Willie McGinest!
Left foot's the punt, left to right toward Marcus Jones. He's under between the hash marks at the 6. He runs it left to the 15, to the 20, accelerates 30, 35, 40, beating Gilly off the hip along the near side 40, to the 30. Marcus Jones going to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Touchdown, Patriots!
Look at his plays! You tell me they're not ready for playoff football?
Come on, dog. Let's go.
Snap, the play fake. Dart driven backward by Jennings, rolling right, chased by Gregory along the near side, gets out of bounds and takes a big hit by Christian Elliss.
Just keep our composure. Good timing.
Tight end stack left, Hollins there as well. Henderson in the backfield, a throw to the right. And the long is caught by Keyshawn Mooney, spilling across the sideline. But not before he scores a touchdown. Patriots, ball game.
Creeping back into this game.
Snap back to Drake. The blitz coming. May moves up, throws a long lob. There's separation there, and the pass to Williams is perfect. Touchdown, Patriots! The Patriots have won a 10th in a row for the first time since 2015.
so fellas, y'all stepped up. Okay, you chose to be aggressive, and you chose to attack. Okay, Marcus Jones, house call, one clap. Okay, hey, this is gonna be a combo platter, left side of the line. Okay, stepping up. Yeah. Hold on, Benny and Videri, one clap. Good. Okay, that's a hell of a job. Okay, Sean Booty, one clap. Okay, Kyle Williams, one clap. Okay, fellas, I appreciate you, man. You took the message, and you were willing to go and be a champion from front. Okay, we got to keep going, because now they get bigger and bigger. Okay, so they get bigger and bigger. Okay, Jelani, break them down. Proud to have you back.
Nah, hey, I love the brotherhood in here, and I'll ride with any of y'all any day, all right? So I love you guys and appreciate you guys. Hey, pass on 3. 1, 2, 3. Pass!
Hey, it's Scott Zolak along with head coach Mike Vrabel. We're going to take a look at one explosive play that really got the crowd, the team going. Marcus Jones, coach, right?
Yeah, you picked a good one here. So we forced them to punt here. Start off here. You know, when you can double the gunners, and again, you have to be in 4th and long. You don't, I mean, 4th and short, it's hard to take 7 guys and go and double these gunners. But anyways, starts there with that. I want to take here, I want to look at here, obviously, so we get him out of the play. We allow our punt returner, Marcus, to get the play started. Okay, so here's Tay. Tay goes back, he comes back, he gets an angle 10 to 12 yards in front of the returner, and he's looking in. So that's where it starts. Okay, obviously we talked about taking care of the gunners, but you can see right here, Tay gets this thing started. Miles Battle started as the gunner. We were doubling. Okay, once we give him over here to Dell, now we talk and we call this next level. So he turns, he gets the heck out of the returner's way. He doesn't stand there. That's the next guy he sees. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have a guy. He's going to the next level. So it starts there. He gets on the next level, and now everybody else is looking in here. We got to avoid the blind side blocks. Okay, we're able to get guys here high screened, get them knocked down on the ground. But here we'll talk about our hold up here technique, getting here square, forcing the inside release. And I think this is a great picture here of Tay getting a good relationship between him and Marcus.
He's filling this.
And then here he is right there. And this is a great job of going and creating that lane for Marcus to go.
Good decision by him. No, he got him.
Exactly. Miles sees his eyes come to him. So now he's getting the heck out of there. And you can see that's another block right there. He's out of the way. Sometimes on punt returns, you create more
chaos when you come back.
Yeah, but you get in the way of the returner. And then we always talk about once you get here, you cannot let that guy get you. You cannot let that guy get you. And Marcus there runs through the traffic there of the punt returner. And these are just huge plays. I'm so proud of Marcus, the work that he puts in, the work that these guys do to block for him. And then I get home and I see that he is, I guess, an all-time leader right now. He's qualified for the all-time leaders in returns, and he deserves
Nothing like it.
He's a weapon for us.
All right, there's your explosive play. We'll be back with more X's and O's later here in the program.
Marcus Jones taking it to the house. Oh, love that. Absolutely love that. Welcome to our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. All week long, or all year long, we've been talking about Patriots getting off to a fast start. They finally did it in this game. Agree or disagree?
Oh, totally agree. This was the most impressive start that they've had to any game, 17-0 in the first quarter, and it started right with the opening kickoff. I thought the complementary element of, all 3 phases, the special teams, you get a big kick return, Mike, by Terrell Jennings that sets up a short field. You get points off that. We talked about Marcus Jones' punt return. I can continue to say the most electric punt returner in the NFL. Does it again, 94 yards for a touchdown, and basically the game's over. And that's what good teams do, Steve. They get bad teams, they come into their place, and they choke them out right away. 17-0 in the first quarter.
He's fired up.
He is fired up, and I love it, Paul. And I want to talk about just the challenge that they faced, because coming off the last 3 games, I thought they gave a lot down in Tampa. It was hot down there. Then they pulled it out. Then they had the quick turnaround to Thursday. They gutted out that game against the Jets. And then the emotional win over the Bengals, where they lost a lot of guys health-wise. I felt like they needed to recharge, refill the tank, and their ability to do that was so impressive to me and bring the fight to the Giants, the physicality, the energy, the mentality.
That's what fired up the team. The hits alone. The violent hits alone. What did we learn more about this football team now?
So, to me, what's been most impressive to me all season long is Mike Vrabel's ability to get this team to play connected, to be ready to go each and every week, whatever the task is. And the task this week was what Mike just alluded to. We got a couple of guys down. We need some guys to step in and step up. He sort of, I think he just galvanizes the team with his ability, especially in these primetime games when they're in the spotlight. He gets the team ready, and you saw that energy and that physicality right out of the chute. Christian Elliss was all over the field hitting guys. But just Mike Vrabel's ability to get this team ready each week is what really stands out to me.
Well, and let's go back to this. You're entering this game without the left side of your offensive line and without 2 of your top 3 defensive tackles against a Giants team where their strength is probably their defensive front and their offensive line is pretty good. And if you were going to tell me that they were going to play that way, Steve, I would say I'm not sure it would be that decisive. So what did I learn? The depth is probably a little bit better than I thought it was.
And I'll tell you what else is better is the coaching.
Yeah,
the coaching.
Fair.
Doug Marrone, what he's done with that offensive line, the coaching, it's just a whole lot better.
The experience that you have with Josh McDaniels and Doug Marrone, based on last year, and no disrespect to the guys that were here, but the experience level is night and day.
Don't go far. We got you a little later on the show. We'll be back more Patriots All Access right after this.
Coming up, All Access.
A conversation with linebacker Christian Elliss.
I've never been in a locker room like this. These guys are guys that you ride for. They're guys that I would lay my life on the line for.
Plus, the head coach breaks down some of Ellis's big plays against the Giants.
What he does is he plays hard, he plays fair. There's nothing about him that's dirty.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Sports Illustrated Tickets. 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better. And by Cross Insurance, the official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
Welcome back to All Access. When the schedule came out back in May, many lamented the late placement of the Patriots bye week. But as Dan Roche tells us, May's concerns might just be a December gift.
They had won 9 straight, but they were banged up and playing a dangerous Giants team. However, the Patriots came out Monday night with great passion, focus, and energy and knocked off the Giants 33-15 for their 10th win in a row.
Coach saying no naps. You know, we want to come out here and start fast. And we knew this team has been up in a lot of games, and they got good players over there. They have some good talent, and we wanted to try to get on them fast.
A Monday night football game in Gillette Stadium was awesome. You know, that's kind of something you dream about as a kid, to play at Gillette Stadium for the New England Patriots, Monday night primetime game. It was an unbelievable experience.
The Pats have won 10 straight, sit at 11-2, and now get to enjoy their bye weekend after 13 grinding weeks.
You've had your head down this whole season, so it's finally some time, you know, where you get to take a deep breath, you know, get to sleep in for a few days, get to kick your feet up. You don't have to wake up at 8 a.m. Oh my God, where am I late for something?
Go home, rest, restore, you know, but don't sit on our bus too long. Still got to stay active, but a good time.
We should be able to get some guys back after this and head into a strong push for the finish the season for sure.
The players return early next week to begin to prep for their AFC East showdown with Buffalo and their final 4 games of the regular season.
We just take it week by week and do what we've done to get us here. You know, there's no special formula. You know, there's nothing, you know, we don't use other people's noise as motivation at all. You know, we just go out there every week, put the identity on film, play hard and do what we can do to come up with a victory.
How much you looking forward to the Final Four and just keep on going from there?
Excited, you know. I mean, I feel like our best football is yet to come, so we're still looking to piece it together. And when we piece it together, it's going to be fun.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down and talk with this guy, head coach of the New England Patriots, Mike Vrabel, joins me. Coach, congratulations.
Yes,
another win in a row. Man, you guys are stacking them. That first quarter, is that as good a first quarter that you guys have played as far as all 3 phases coming out?
Probably. You know, I think it took us a little while to get going against Carolina. And again, that was fun. That was great to see us get some stops, have the special teams take advantage, offense be able to take the those drives down and turn them into touchdowns, and that was fun. We just need to keep going. We need to figure out how to make that last for the last 3 quarters.
Going back to the beginning here in your hiring process on your return, you talked about having a violent team. When you talked about looking at defense, building the culture here, having a violent team, it really showed last night. The first hit on Dart, I think it was Landry that hit him when he ran, and then it was Ellis on the sideline.
Yeah, and these aren't. I mean, speed and violence is there's a way that this isn't taking cheap shots. This isn't. No, this is there's violent actions, way receivers run routes, the way that O linemen block, the way we finish runs, push piles. So there's nothing that we talk about that's ever dirty. And so, just when Harold came over again and said, hey, this guy, if he's looking to slide, we got to be careful. Those are the things that they're looking for. We coach that stuff up a lot. And then on the sideline, I think we're going to play full tilt to the tackle and understand and how many examples that we've shown our players about not getting too cute over there at the sideline offensively, especially the quarterback. And defensively, knowing that the rules are such that if there's green underneath their foot, we need to be able to try to hit them legally.
Game captains, when you choose one per week, when did you come up with that concept, like Jelani Tavai, captain for this game?
Yeah, I try to, put some thought into that each week, and usually by Thursday and Wednesday or Thursday, that's kind of cemented. I just kind of think about it and things that I think would be important to the team or to that particular player and guys that have earned it or whatever situation may be going on.
I think we have a good content team and kind of hide in the background inside that locker room, but you get a really good look, and none of it's fake. It's like, I know your team is together, but I think it's great for the fans to see that, especially in a post-game like that.
Yeah, our content team is fabulous. I do appreciate they want to give them as much access as we possibly can. Rarely are they in the way. You don't seem to notice them. And I think that the players appreciate seeing it. Certainly, whether that's the photography, the video, everything that we have. I mean, every play that we see from the game has got a picture to it. So when we put these pictures up on the wall when we win,
game film's already out on TikTok.
They tell 1,000 stories, and so I appreciate the content team.
The bye week, does this come at a perfect time for the whole organization?
It's when it is, and it's probably really good, and we need to take advantage of it, and we need to get some rest, but we also need to continue to focus on what we have to do to finish this season.
All right, time out for the Sports Illustrated ticket question of the week. Comes from Miles M. Said he noticed you in pregame going around signing autographs. Not a lot of head coaches do that. When did you start doing that? What made you want to do that?
Usually anybody that asks for my autograph, I'll try to sign, whether that's back at Ohio State, whether that's in Tennessee or Houston, and certainly here. We have a great obligation to our fans to, for the support that they give us, and so I try to, when they ask and I have the time, I try to at least sign a few. You're not going to sign every single one, but I think that's just part of the obligation and what the responsibility is of being a head coach, and certainly haven't been a player that played here.
All right, if you want to follow the team, at patriots.com/askthecoach. You can ask the coach a question just like Miles did. We'll be back right after this. Then we have our X's and O's. Take a look at some of the big plays.
Drake May is the kind of quarterback who can make defenses pay. And he throws it for Bob Douglas on a wheel route for a Patriots touchdown. He loads up. He throws a long ball. Open man Willie. And he reaches out. He snaps it. Off balance. Throw it to the end zone. Caught by May. Looks left. Throws it to the end zone for Diggs. Reaches up. Touchdown with the catch. Throws it back corner for Hooper. Reaches up and makes the catch. Right. May throws it. He's got an open man. Touchdown.
Drake May is a really, really good quarterback and is going to be for a long time.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. I'm Dan Roche. We're joined by Christian Elliss. And Christian, let's just begin with, are you aware of how big this hit on Jackson Dart has become around the National Football League and around the country?
A little bit. I don't have social media, but my wife, my family, my friends all sent me videos and whatnot. So, yeah.
Take us through what you're going through as you go towards him, and he's kind of tightrope in the sideline. What's going through your mind, and then as you laid him out?
Yeah, no, he's a hard runner. He's someone that he's willing to fight for that extra yard. And so he's different than other QBs in the league where, other QBs, you expect them to go out of bounds, you expect them to slide. For me, once I saw him tiptoeing, I knew he was trying to go for the extra yardage. So I saw it as an opportunity to lay a hit on the most important piece of their offense. So I think every defender in the league would take the opportunity.
As you're getting up, what's the look of everything? Tell us what's going through your mind on that one when you look around and see a bunch of Giants players around you.
Honestly, I felt like it, at the moment, I was like, oh, he's inbounds, clearly. So I laid the hit. I get up, and I saw Dart get up, so I was like, okay, we're good. It was a good hit. We're about to go back. And I saw his teammates coming, and I was like, okay, maybe, was he out of bounds? So then had to deal with that, get back to the sideline, and I was like, look at the Jumbotron, and once I got the green light that he was in bounds, it was just, okay, cool. We got a good hit on the quarterback, and they got personal fouls, so it was win-win.
Did you feel the energy from your teammates?
Yeah. All night from not only the teammates, coaches, fans, all of them.
And the other part is, we're going to see this from your coach in a few minutes.
Yeah.
He made sure to say to everyone that it was a clean hit.
Yeah.
And I think it's something you guys had talked about going into this one, too, because of these young quarterbacks. And even your own quarterback, Mike Vrabel, continues to warn him, don't tighten your rope and walk that fine line, right?
Yeah, no, we tell Drake that all the time. Every single time I see him take a hit, I'm just like, oh, don't take it. Don't take the hit. Don't take the hit.
Right.
We want to protect our guys. And, I think it's like the situation changes everything. If it's 4th and goal, I get it. If it is, you're trying to extend a drive, it's 3rd and 6, and you're scrambling, you're trying to extend the drive, I get it. But that hit was, I think it was only second and long or whatever. So that one, I was a little shocked that he chose that route. But for our guy, where it's we would rather not have those hits. Yeah.
And you sit here at 11-2 at the bye. What does the bye do for this team? What's the reflection of this team as they sit there and get some downtime as you guys sit and wait?
Yeah, no, it's a good time to self-reflect. It's a good time to be able to look at what we've done this year and try to learn and grow from our mistakes, learn and grow from what we did well. But I think most importantly, it's the time just to relax from the game. Take the time that we need to get right physically, get right mentally, and then, make that playoff push.
Yeah, speaking of that, just a quick thought on that. This team, how close is this team, and how valuable do you think that is as you go down this stretch run?
Yeah, no, I've never been in a locker room like this. These guys are guys that you ride for. They're guys that that I would lay my life on the line for. I've never been, I don't say this lightly, I've never been in a situation where it's been a collective of guys who are first and foremost, unselfish, and then secondly, they're just good people all around.
All right, good. Well, get some rest.
Yeah.
Heal up.
You.
Yeah, come back ready to go.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Thanks.
Coming up on All Access.
Movember has come to an end.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Gillette. Gillette's best shave is now the best a fan can get. Get it while you can at Gillette.com/NFL.
Congratulations to Patriots owner Robert Kraft.
We are all Patriots. And tonight, once again, the Patriots are world champions.
And former Patriots coach Bill Belichick.
Just do our job and get on to the next play.
Both men advanced to the finalist stage in both the contributor and the coaches category to move within one step of Hall of Fame enshrinement. The class of 2026 will be announced the first week of February.
15 seconds to go. The handoff to Edgerrin. He is stopped. Willie McGinest made the stop at the 1 yard line.
Patriots Hall of Famer Willie McGinest joined us for a Pats from the Past podcast. Here are some highlights.
So let's get into it, Willie. You mentioned it, Southern Cal kid. And what did you know, if anything, about the Patriots, other than that they were kind of in the league? And Paul and I were talking about this beforehand. Was Dallas in on you? Was Jerry thinking that he was going to get you?
I thought I was going.
You thought Dallas?
I had Dallas Cowboy representatives at my draft party, and I elected not to go to New York. You know how that goes. So you never know where you're going to go in the draft. But I elected not to go to New York, have a party with all my friends and family, just something intimate and fun. And I had 3 Dallas Cowboy representatives at my draft party, and the deal was that they were going to move up. I think they had like this 26th pick or whatever. They were going to trade Harper, the receiver, and they were going to take me with the 5th pick. They had that. I remember the hat, the Dallas Cowboy hat was there, everything, and they were going to take me. I remember coming in for my visit with Parcells. We had one visit. We had one good meeting. It was great, but I didn't hear anything else from the Patriots after that. So I thought I was going to be a Cowboy, honestly. I was waiting to be a Cowboy, and then when my name was called forth, everybody just kind of looked around. They looked a little confused, picked up the stuff, left.
We wish you well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I remember watching the screen, because they had the screen on Jerry, and he slammed the table or slammed the phone or something, and Parcells calls. And I was just like, where? I said, New England. Where the hell is New England? Like, where am I going? Because, I know Drew had went there. I played against Drew in college.
Sure.
At Washington State. But it wasn't on my radar. So I was thrown off.
What was it like, and how was there a distraction with what was going on with Coach Parcells at the time and all the rumors about him possibly leaving?
He didn't make it a distraction for us. I respect him for that. And it wasn't something that he addressed constantly to the team. We didn't talk about it in meetings. We weren't, as players, sitting around, and that was the only thing we were talking about. We know the media had caught a hold of it and what was going on.
The only thing they were talking about the whole
Right.
week. They never talked about the matchup.
I get it. We understand.
I'm not saying that that's right, by the way.
No,
but that's,
and that's what happens. Super Bowl week, if somebody gets in trouble, if there's a coaching thing that may happen, whatever it is, that's top news, right? That's what goes into it.
Yeah.
So, that's one of the things they tell you got to avoid the distractions in the big game. But I'm not going to make excuses why we lost to the Green Bay Packers to say, oh, we were distracted and, we were all thinking about Bill leaving and that threw us off or whatever. No, that's not what happened. They beat us, and, we didn't perform the way we should have. Yeah.
Thank you for coming here. I tell you what, it's great to see you on the sideline and you hugging Vrabel, the connection between the past and the present.
Oh, yeah.
To me, that's what it's all about.
It is,
I'm very sentimental about stuff like that. I love it. And when I see you there and the reaction that the two of you have, like, great and great.
It's my guy.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
And he's taking all that in his own way, and he's filtering it through the team. And you can kind of see the question does this remind you of the 0-1 team when nobody thought you guys would be where you were, and you just guys just came out of nowhere? But it takes a coach like that have that experience and understand and know and be on the team to build it inside out. Guys having fun but working hard, being accountable, the preparation, believing in himself, putting team over individualism, and all the things that he's incorporating. He was with, he played for some great coaches, and he's implementing that, but he's doing it Vrabel style. So I'm proud of him. I enjoy watching him. I told him that on the sideline, and hopefully this team can just keep going in the right direction.
Willie, thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
The entire McGinest episode will be available soon wherever you enjoy your podcasts.
week's Next Gen Stat, brought to you by AWS. Marcus Jones reached a max speed of 20.05 miles per hour in his 94-yard punt return for a touchdown, which was the fastest speed achieved by any ball carrier during the game. It was just 0.04 miles per hour slower than Jones' punt return for a TD against the Panthers in Week 4.
With his punt return Monday night, Marcus Jones ties the team record with his 94-yard touchdown return, joining Julian Edelman. In addition, Jones now qualifies for the highest punt return average in NFL history, 14.6 yards per attempt.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access time now for your X's and O's. Couple big plays here in the game against the Giants. It gets the Patriots their 11th win. Coach, start right here.
A lot of great efforts. And so, again, you can see tight coverage. That first starts out here, second and long. Tight coverage. They're trying to get the tight end back through here. But we're on body. We're on body. You know, we've got good vision here as they try to leak the over. We force the quarterback out of the pocket. And, again, we know he can run. And, again, we've got good chase. Ellis makes a great decision right here. You can see him at the line to game. Okay, this is where these things are going to happen. We know what the rules are. If he got a foot in the white and one in the green, okay, we're going to be able to take a legal, clean shot at him, and you can see that here.
Keep the head down, doesn't get the head up.
Just
right.
Shoulder contact.
Shoulder
contact. You know what I mean? Again, fights off a tight end block.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And again, there's some sidebars here. Nobody's doing anything. This isn't illegal.
Yeah.
You know the rules. You know, we try to play full tilt to the tackle. And again, there's no helmet contact. He gets his head out of there. And again, I don't know what would it be. I would tell our quarterback, like I do every week, don't get cute at the sidelines. Okay, get out of bounds. And again, we'll take a look here at the legality of this hit. And again, I know Christian Elliss. I know what he does is he plays hard, he plays fair. Okay, there's nothing about him that's dirty, and to suggest anything less would be, you know, crazy.
This is something the quarterback has done that you've studied over the course of the year, that he will try to do this.
Well, yeah. I mean, he slides late,
Become
and again,
a runner,
he's protected.
Right.
But again, we know where he's protected.
Right.
This is a non-issue.
Yep.
You know, here this fringe, you know, you call this the strike zone.
Yeah.
You know, that high red, that fringe area where teams are going to take some shots. It starts really, again, we always talk about this. What does it start with?
Pocket.
Starts with a pocket. Okay, it starts with a pocket.
That left side was good.
Well, I mean, again, they took advantage of the opportunities. They pressure us here. And again, Ramondre steps up. There's good. We got good right here, firm in the middle of the pocket. And again, Kyle stacks his guy like he's done when he's had those opportunities. And to be able to track the football right there, that's a heck of a play.
2 toes, boom, boom.
Yeah, but again, it starts with this. It starts with the protection. We show this all the time. The patience of Drake here. And again, you can airmail these sometimes. You can short arm them. And a lot of trust here with Kyle, putting it in a great position. This is fun to watch. Everybody gets excited.
Sort of that bucket drill, too. Put the buckets down when you guys are in camp. You guys, quarterbacks
throwing a trash can.
Yeah, throwing the trash cans.
Let these guys run underneath it. So then we kick off. And again, Christian Elliss, a great night for him. And this whole unit right here. You know, I mean, it starts with Tay. You know, Tay coming down here, making first contact. Christian fighting off a block. This has been a good unit for us. This has been a good unit. This should be a top 5 unit in the National Football League for us. Creating turnovers. Okay, limiting space. They try to trap Brock here on Tay. He comes back across, makes first contact, and then again, I mean, I see pieces flying off over here. I don't know what that is. Okay, mouthpiece or paint or something, but I loved it. And then obviously Ponder running to the football and being able to get this. Now we got to turn these into, you know, TDs when we get this thing down here.
Yeah, that was paint. That was the paint in the N on the NY that was knocked off his
helmet. There you go.
Pretty damn good.
So we get this third down. I thought Zach did a nice job here calling this, you know, little pressure here. And CD's able to trigger. You know, they're just going with the bluff here, trying to get some passing concept out of 4 strong. Thought CD might have had a chance to pick it, but again, just a good, solid tackle on 3rd and 3 that again forces them in a longer yardage situation. And I thought this was well executed by everybody involved. You know, you can see you got a free blitzer here now, and then CD's able to come up here and make a good tackle. I thought we tackled well, especially out in space or if the ball broke.
Yep. Plus, red and white, winning in a red and white. 10 in a row, man. That's something. Congrats.
Thank you.
Enjoy the bye. There's your X's and O's. More Patriots All Access will return right after this.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Sports Illustrated Tickets. 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better. And by Cross Insurance, the official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
Okay, guys, here we are. We made it through a whole month of Movember, but it's time to go. It's time to clean this thing off. I want to thank Gillette for helping me bring awareness to men's health.
Hate to see it go.
To allow us to take the time to take care of ourselves, to be there for our families, whether that's prostate cancer or anything else that we can avoid.
Here we go.
And that we can try to take care of ourselves and make sure that we're there when we need to be for our families.
The reveal.
Again, thanks for the Gillette, and thank you for supporting me for the mustache. Thanks again. See you next Movember.
Welcome back to our Bob's News Conference Studios. Back with Mike Reese and Paul Perullo. I have to talk about Drake May just for a second because Mike Vrabel said after the game, I think he's realizing what he can be to this football team. What do you mean by that?
Just how important he is to the overall operation. And I think his maturity level each week, and it's, I don't want to say it surprises me because at this point it's gone on 3 months now, so it's no longer surprising, but just his ability, Mike, to make the plays. I think he showed some maturity in the pocket in this game against the Giants, moving around, avoiding negative plays, understanding that you're down a couple of offensive linemen. Maybe I'm not going to be able to do what I normally do and extend plays as much. I think that's kind of what Mike Vrabel's talking about, just how important he is to the overall operation.
And that everyone's looking to you. And so how you react after a play, they're going to take a cue from it. So I'll give you an example on this last game. First drive, they stall in the red zone. Right. They have to settle for 3. Is Drake disappointed? Sure. But what does he show to his teammates, right? And they come right back. They get the punt return. Next drive, they're scoring a touchdown. So I think the leadership aspect is part of it as well.
On the leadership, how about Vidarian Lowe saying that he took confidence because Drake May showed confidence in him? That's what the quarterback does, and he can allow that to permeate the whole team.
Exactly. Absolutely. Right.
23 years old too, Steve. Yeah. You know, still growing.
Second year. Exactly. All right, when the schedule came out, we saw the bye week in December. And we said, what are we doing?
Come on, schedule maker. Why'd you do that?
What are we doing? Is this a blessing in disguise after this?
Yeah, to me, I don't necessarily look at the bye week anything for other than selfish reasons, Mike. Like for a little vacation, I like it to be a little warmer, but every team in the NFL has a bye week. Some are early, some are late. People complain no matter where it is. I mean, ideally, it's right in the middle. That's what you want. But, yeah, I think this comes, they're a little bit banged up. They're a little tired. Now they get a chance to recharge.
Yeah, and, Steve, I mean, if you had, when it came out in May, the schedule, if you would have told me that playing into January and maybe February was possible, I would have told you that's a good bye.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that was really possible, if I'm being honest with you. So everything's different.
Now Steve's going to be mad at you the rest of the show.
No, exactly. All right, so here's my question then. And don't get mad at me for asking the question.
I won't.
We don't never get mad at
Well, you kind of do.
I make
but that's
no
okay.
promises, though. He's right.
Can you lose momentum after the bye?
That's ridiculous. No.
This team's rolling.
Yeah, but Mike had the good point just before we started this segment. That's a hat and T-shirt game. We haven't had one of those in a while. The Patriots can win the division by beating Buffalo in that game. I think you get super rested and super focused, and you come out ready to go against your arch rival in the division.
And stuff like that, I will say, I do think about it. Like the Thursday game against the Jets, that's a disruption of the rhythm, and how do you respond to all that? The one thing I'd say about this team, I feel like they've checked almost, every challenge you put in front of them. I feel like they've checked it off, so I don't worry about that as much. But I don't think it's an unreasonable question, Steve, because those are, some big games coming out of the bye.
How does this team handle the bye? Is everybody off? Like, did they just go away for a week?
I think they're going to get an extended stretch off. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be here until next
Monday.
Week. Yeah, next Monday.
So that's why I asked that question. Momentum, I'm like, oof.
Yeah, and I think part of that too is they've earned it. In Mike Vrabel's view. Get away, let's recharge, get some health. Hopefully some guys get some health back, Steve, that have been banged up.
So one last question. What are you guys doing for the bye week?
Nothing. Watching football.
That's right. Prediction, Steve. I'm
Rooting
going to be
against Denver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We like to end the show with predictions.
Yeah.
My prediction is I am going to be so far away from my computer that I am not doing any work and I am enjoying some time off. I hope you get to do the same.
You deserve it. You? Oh, not so much. Thank you very much, guys.
Right,
Great show as usual. That'll do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. For Mike Reese and Paul Perlon, I'm Steve Burton. Bye.